You get? But like I was saying, what you listen here is so much, but I know very well that some of these things happening now will reduce drastically. I'm not assuring you, but I know very well. I know how powerful criticism can be, especially when you are criticizing somebody who actually thinks very well. You get? Now, do you have any problem if Evangelist Ebuka should be Apostle John Suleiman? Will you criticize him like this?
No. If he's not claiming to be a Catholic, I've never criticized any man of God. There is one in Delta State or Warri, they call him a prophet Jeremiah or Motofufe. In fact, after watching him, he started laughing. You can't see me come. As an activist, I allow the Lord to give me assignments, but I'm ready to go to done dangerous assignment that even demand my life. I let me not even hear it. Once I hear it, I just pounce on the matter, because I believe that if you serve God, that's when God will believe His name will be lifted and you'll be blessed. So I see so many pastors doing all manner of things. Okay, take for instance someone like Odumeje. Look at what he's doing. It's not my business. When I started fighting the native doctor, Odumeje reached out to me. He called me. I didn't pick his call. This today. Because I don't believe in what he's doing. I and all that. So, if Ebuka founded his ministry from the scratch, someone like Odumeje began his ministry from the scratch. He didn't go to deceive any Catholic parish and started small, and the building and the priest started celebrating mass for him, and they are using the Catholic name. When you talk them, they say it's not Catholic church. That this is just a ministry. But they are doing a mass there. So doing all manner of things, putting on ashes, doing everything, saying rosary, so that they market the ministry in the Catholic church. It is exactly like somebody, instead of somebody going to stream to go and fish, the person now come into your fish pond and begin to fish, and is catching many fish. He's scrapping for himself. That is a very good fisherman. But you so far to go into the river to get those fish to put in your pond, and somebody is coming to your pond to come and take them. Ebuka is not a ministry. The whole setup is big. The reason why we are agitated that they are indoctrinating our Catholics, and those Catholics are still Catholics. And after going to Zion, they still come back to the parishes. And when they come back to parish, they come back with a different spirit, different ideology, different reasoning, different kind of manners and behavior altogether. Do you understand? People will leave America, a country as far as America, come back to Nigeria. When they still go back, the same thing. All the Zionites that have encountered that came back from America, nothing changed in their family, nothing. They will still come and be suffering and praying. I told them from now, if you want to go to Zion, go. Because my spirit of my ministry doesn't agree with what is going on in Zion.
Father, can you comment it here? Or if it is ringing, I'm not picking, can you let me know?
Okay, hello, Nwikuku, I'm here.
Okay, sir. Yeah, welcome.
Father, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Evangelizer Timothy Ofuegbu.
Oh,
I was in Lagos for 22 years. Now in Abuja, and I listened attentively to all you submitted, and I thank Nwikuku for giving you this opportunity to express yourself. I'm glad, and I applaud Nwikuku for being balanced and being fair. I will just say something under 3 minutes. Okay. Number one.
Sir, before you say something, sorry, please don't allege anything.
Allege?
Like, don't say anything you don't have evidence. I just want to give you a head up. I beg.
Okay, Nwikuku, I'm sorry to say this to you. You don't know me. No, if you know the person that is live. Bros. I'm a senior journalist, so you don't teach me how to talk. And I will not talk without evidence. Okay. Look, I'm not among the...
Let me say something. Why
not allow me? I have come in.
What I just told you now is what I would have told any other person that come in. I'm not just saying it because it's you, so don't feel offended. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I want to say. You are not interested in accusation and counter accusation. It has nothing to do with me. I'm far above that kind of something. So let me just give this advice My advice is into 3 ways. Number 1, to the members of Zion Ministry, I am so much happy about your zeal and everything. But any of you that calls himself or herself a Catholic and you are abusing a Catholic priest, raising false accusation, placing curses on the priests, honestly, you are not a Catholic and you are not a Christian. There are orders and there are laws. If I were some of you, if you're emotional and sentimental on defending your prophet or our brother Ebuka, please do it with decorum. I've seen so much. Most of the time, I see people say you are fasting, and the Catholic Church is also fasting. So, do you really talk like people who are fasting? When did it become a issue to abuse your elders? Talk less of an ordained priest. Please, I'm begging you. You can make your point, even in this line. I've read up to 100 abuses and curses on a priest. Over what? One day you close your eyes, this whole thing will be over. You stand before God to be judged. My number 2 advice, Father, please, humbly, for the Jelemon Samanga of Ma, Idro Fadito, Hamake, back one word, the other, Nahana Timothy, and we get us a malo. Back to English.
I know you. I mentioned you in one of my videos.
Father, I know. Father, you have proved your points. And it's now time for you to join some of us in praying for our brother. There is this African proverb that says, when you are fighting with your biological son, now with your spiritual son, if that your son lift you up and throw you on the ground, the spectators will begin to laugh and say, this is a man that cannot defeat his son. If you carry your son and throw him on the ground, the same spectators will say, what an irresponsible father. You are beating up your own son. Father, I beg you, you have made your point loud and clear. We heard you. You have sent signal in a strong way. I think in this season of Lent where we are, don't use a hammer to kill a fly. Let all of us use the Gamaliel approach. If this is of God, it will stand. Now, the last one, which I have by grace of God, used my own backdoor policies to talk our brother Ebuka. By the way, I have preached in Zion Ministry 2 times. I preached there in 2014 at their camp in Adodo. 2016, where they raised the money to buy this permanent land they have at Okota. It's on record that I was the one that preached there. I took brother Ebuka by hand and introduced him to Patrick Adebayo that raised the fund they used to possess the first 3 plots of land. So I know Ebuka in person. He has been to my house 3 times, and I've been to his house when he was at Akintola Agoda. I know his brother, the engineer. So when all these things begin to happen and everything, someone like me was shocked. And that is why I'm also, because I know he will watch this video, he keep on changing his number. Our brother Ebuka, the only thing he needs now is a spiritual director and a mentor. He is still very, very young in the ministry and need hands that will strengthen him and advise him. And I'm begging him, let one of them be a Catholic priest. Let the other one be a Catholic lay minister that have been there for a long time. Some of the ways he threw about are unnecessary. When a reverend sister corrected her own reverend sisters, her colleagues, when they went to Ngobala, dancing on the rain and every other thing, I remember her brother coming up openly to bully her and say, if you talk again, I will tell the world the way you are. That is not how to handle people, especially people in vocation. And just like we could say, people who want to give you correction, we could keep on using criticism. It is not criticism. This is correction in love. Okay? And then number 2, this issue of priesthood, and you begin to say so many funny things about them. Honestly, some of us are disappointed. We are not, as Catholics, we are shocked about the whole thing. Ebuka was in Charismatic Renewal for 4 years. I know that for sure. And I'm sure that is why he has not picked the Catholic Charismatic Renewal for one day, his accusation, because he knows us for discipline and order. I had my own challenges in Lagos when I started ministry. Please, everybody will go and verify. The name of the ministry was Flame Team. And Cardinal Okoje wrote, he didn't even call me and say, stop. And that was the day we disbanded. We later went back to him to explain ourselves. He said so many things, And he said to me, and I quote the cardinal that is still alive, he said, Mr. Timothy, if you are interested in running a Catholic ministry, go to Catholic School of Evangelization for 2 years. But from all I have seen and heard from you, go to school. Let us form you. Let us train you. You will do according to what you are taught. And that was because of us. He set up School of Antioch, Catholic Evangelization, Lagos Diocese. And for 2 years I was there. And he was the one that commissioned me. So most of the time, we cannot just be saying that the whole world is against us when we have not listened to the whole world. I say once again, Zion ministry may not be as bad as people are painting them. I cannot say that people are not getting saved there. I can't say that native doctors and others are not getting saved. But when you look at the gestation period between our brother Ebuka when he started that ministry, maybe it was something that is very big that to manage it become impossible. The last advice I give to those in Zion, let Zion ministry have an experienced communication director who can reply professionally to people that both rebuke them, correct them, advise them, and praise them. It seems everything is revolving around Ebuka, and that is why there is this problem. The day he keep quiet as the founder, and we begin to hear about other brothers, other sisters picking microphone, the noise will be less. That's why in Catholic Charismatic Renewal, where he started from, we have our challenges. But today, it's not about Timothy Ofuegbu, it's not Brother A.G. Newman, it's not about Judah Soba or some of the figures we are hearing, because we have leaders. And these leaders at any time can call us to order. And we owe our allegiance to our parish priest. I'm just saying it in context, believing that our brother Ebuka is still a Catholic. So let this Lent, as they have declared 14 or 16 days prayer, and Father, we have just entered the Lenten period. Father, I think you are overreaching this thing. You have made your point.
Okay.
You have made your point. I think you know him before. There is a way you will stretch this fight. It looks as if it's personal.
Okay.
You are a father, not just a Catholic priest. If you are not a priest and you are married, he could either be your junior brother or be your biological son. How would you have handled him? Ebuka is growing. Forget about all the boasting they say nobody's gift is greater than him. When I hear it, I begin to laugh. I say, how do you judge gift? Which gift is he talking about? Is it leadership gift? Is it the gift of preaching? Is it the gift of teaching? Is it the gift of prayer? Is it the gift of writing books? Is it the gift of communication, gift of service, gift of martyrdom? There are thousands of gifts. So we don't make these things to become as if at a time when Muslims, when people in ATR, African traditional religion, when atheists, when even the Omenala people are getting organized and being a potent force against Christianity, I think we need unity in love. So I say this with all my heart, that my heart goes to our brethren in Zion. Let them be cautious and know how they talk. I think they are most of the people that are painting Ebuka in black light, because the way they abuse, curse, attack, even here now, somebody is saying, I release thunder and fire on you, Reverend Father. Put in Reverend Father there. So what kind of parents give back to you and train you? Some of them are saying it's jealousy, it's envy. So once again, I beg everybody, this is a critical period. The organized powers of darkness might be fighting the church. Let's not be the one fighting against one another. So Father, I beg you in the name of God, since you know me, you have made your point. It is time you begin to back him. I beg you, say 30 days mass within this length for Brother Ebuka and the twin brother and all the Zion members. Forgive them. You talk in anger, you talk in heart. It's not easy for them to be talking about you and the child you did not have. But if they could persecute Jesus, what about you? And that is why I'm surprised that members of Zion ministry think that Ebuka will not be persecuted. 18 times I was brought to Charismatic Tribunal. Nothing was found on me. 7 times I was brought before Cardinal Okochi, and I answered in love. Today, I'm in Abuja. Tomorrow, I'm starting 1 week crusade at St. Francis Catholic Church, Galadimawa. It is the priest that dropped me off in my house. I'm still a Catholic. So persecution, criticism, correction, and all these things make a normal Christian minister to grow. And there is something that Nwikuku said I want to end with. He said that those who are correcting you might actually be the people who are helping you. If you pay good attention to them, that whatever they say, you will use it to grow. So Fada ejele mmụọ nsọ nna anyị ịchọ nsebụla ana wepụtazie aka hapụ nwanne anyị nwoke Ebuka ọ ga-eto gbaghara ya onwe etu o si mejọ ọgụ den ndị Zion na-anụ Igbo onye ọbụla kponili nna ya enu ngwodongwo ga-eju ya anya onye ọbụla na-abụ a priest ọnụ a Catholic priest na-akpọghị iyi ijegogolu multiple generational curses upon you and your family ọ bụrụ na etu esi zụ some of you pụta from it inwe ike ghọtafie m si Timothy Ofuegbu jee jụọ Ebuka jụọ ekele the man raisele ego eji gogodu Zion kele onye mere introduce Patrick Adebayo raisele ego eji go na Zion ọmụnwa I'm still a Catholic. My parish is still here in my Tama Abuja. Nna ya onye ọbụla ka anyị wetunata aka ka ụwa ghara ichi anyị ọchị ọzọ jụba anyị kelee ebe chi anyị na-efe nọ. Imagine Matthias Ezak and the other ATR people now using both Bebe Joy and Ebuka to do content. It's totally unnecessary. Thank you, Father, for listening to your son. I will call you on phone for other things. And thank you, Nwikuku, for bringing this platform. And those of you that listen and understand me, God bless you. Those that didn't understand me will insult me. I take it as part of my passion during Lent. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for your contribution. At least I can say that you spoke like a father, and I've seen you two. You have been so vocal on the media space, and I felt that maybe you'll carry that same energy and come to this life, and that's why I had to interrupt you and I made one request that please don't allege anything here, because I know you that you're also very controversial, and not controversial, but yeah, so outspoken. So I didn't want to. I was expecting that maybe you will come and you hide the tempo, But thank God that you did justice to what you're saying, and I hope that even further will adapt your own when I say prescription, I think it's only doctor that prescribe. But with what you told Father now, I hope that Father will listen and pray for our brother in a way, in maybe whatever he feels that he's not getting right. Maybe make God use his own hand and talk to him than what we are seeing. Father, you've made your point, and I'm happy that at least most of us, I think that we don't even have Reverend Fathers who keep to their vow after they've been ordained. You actually cleared our doubts, and we can actually see that true, there are still Reverend Fathers who keep to their vow. I've not seen anyone who doesn't keep to their vow. I've not asked anybody, but with things trending, I'll be like, if it be true, say these people they keep, But for you to come out, I don't know what pushed you. I don't know whether you're supposed to come. I'm not a Reverend Father. I don't know the ethics that exists within you people. But at least coming out alone has actually reassured us that there are still priests, a lot of them, that keeps to their vow. Are you getting it? So don't be offended by whatever that have happened. I know you first insulted or whatever that made you to come out this way, but as of now, I think you've proved a point, and those people who will actually listen to what you say have already listened and they understand you. There's no amount of pressure you will put here that will change the mind of those people whose mind will never be changed. So if you start from now and say it's the next 100 years, those that made their mind that their mind cannot be changed, you will never change their mind. So keeping on to this fight, I think, just like our daddy said, it's just a kind of repetition, and it will still cost, like we bloggers. Now, anything you say now, I'll blog about it. The only thing is that I'll write your name so that they will know that you're the one that said it, not me that said it. So you're actually giving us the content to post, and we're going to be posting it. You can be giving your teaching, also be praying, like our daddy recommended. Even if you can come online and say, okay, I want to be making this prayer on behalf of this our brother for so days. Some of us, if we have time, we join you and pray, provided that this Christianity that been in a serious threat, especially within the Igbo land, we won't be a source to helping the enemies to achieve their aim. Because on that there are solutions that at the end it turns to be worse than the problem itself. Are you getting it? So you saw a problem and you feel that you want to come out and solve that problem. So on the process of solving that problem, we create a lot of chaos. That chaos now come out and become even worse than the problem we are trying to solve. I don't know whether understand where I'm going, Father?
It's okay.
So if we can just manage this, let us pray. Or as a priest, as a priest, use your platform. If you say that you are bringing out social days prayer for this, we will join you. And let us find a way and solve this
No,
problem.
I'm not praying for. I can only moderate it. I can't assure that I won't. No. That's not. Even if I'm praying for them, it's going to be a private prayer. I can't come online. I use my platform for other things.
I support your father. Let it be private. They will misunderstand you.
Yeah.
They might even say you are mocking or you are looking for validation.
Yes.
Father, you made your point, like I said. And
Okay.
what you are fighting, even some people who are not fighting for it, open, are in support of what you are fighting for. Are you getting involved? For how long are we gonna fight this? You get?
Let's wait. Let's wait for their Sunday program and see what we say. If you don't,
What do you say?
yes, we want to wait for the Sunday program and see what he say. But just know that I'm ready for him because I won't push any video indicating again. But whatever he say, we'll take it off from there. And like you say, you're a blogger. You're not a moralist. You're not an advisor. I've heard the advice from my brother and another brother in the ministry, Timothy Ofuegbu. I've heard of him. I've been with him here in this country where I am. The country where I am, I don't want to disclose it. Brother Timothy was here a few months ago. So I saw him. I know what he's capable of doing. So I've heard the advice. I've taken. But my last word to you, because it will not be difficult if bloggers will not say that Father, I've withdrawn from the battle.
No.
The battle is on because I didn't set myself to it. The person that will determine whether the battle will end or not is the Zion ministry. If they keep quiet, I will not talk. If they come to swear and take the challenge, I will not talk. But if they call me to anywhere, I will come. If they take the battle, we face them. So we don't have people don't know how painful it is. So I'm not pushing any further or making video to insult them. I've taken the advice. I will just keep quiet. And it's the hand that they bring down now will follow. So let them answer.
Thank you, Father.
Father, nobody is saying that you should not talk because you are not right in what you are saying. Are you getting it? Or nobody is saying you should not talk because you are weak. I don't know whether you are getting what you are saying.
Yeah. What we say is that what the last point I make, which you have to be careful not to misrepresent me, is let them answer our challenge on their virginity. Let them answer it. But if they don't answer it, I won't talk. I'll just everybody. It will be now clear to everybody. You understand? If they don't answer it, we will not have problem. You understand? Because they have made me to come out. So I'm not going to pursue them as if it's a personal thing. I wait for them on Sunday. If I don't hear anything, on Monday morning I'll be in classroom for my studies.
Okay, brother Ofuegbu, there's something I wanted to ask you. I forgot.
Okay.
If that time that Evangelist Ebuka challenged the priest, anybody who have not slept with somebody's wife, or anybody who is not sleeping with a woman who is working for them should come out and swear. What do you expect the priest to do?
Well, it is unfortunate that he comes from somebody that says that he's a Catholic. Because to be very honest with you, Ebuka needs, like I said, a mentor and a spiritual director. Now, this noise about virginity, I repeat, the noise about virginity has nothing to do with both the ministry and the Bible. Jesus did not in any place say that he was a virgin. He didn't mention it. John the Baptist did not. Elijah, Elisha, Moses, Joshua, all the spiritual leaders. So when you make sex, we're supposed to be private, an issue, and use it to throw a challenge to people. Let me say something that will shock you, you have never thought of.
Okay.
Already there's a scare tactics. A scare tactics is that there is a powerful legal team or legal arm that is arresting people. I don't want to, you say we should not use allegedly, but at least we know of Matthias says that.
Yes.
We can't talk about all that we are arrested and bundled by the ministry. And every day you are saying, let people come out. Let's use deductive reasoning and say, who will come out? Assuming it's true. So what God counts is what you are doing to save souls. How I wish one day he will say, this is the number of Muslims and people who are in African traditional religion this ministry have affected, and they are now converted to Christ. We'll all rejoice over it. But if it's every day you are talking about, I didn't sleep with a man, a woman did not sleep with me, I challenge anybody to do it, let me tell you, nobody in Ministry of Zion will come out if it has happened, because already there's a legal team that are acting as enforcers that are throwing people inside cell. And I begin to ask myself, what has he got to achieve with it? Go and read about those people who used it in the Bible. When we talk about someone like Japheth that was born by a prostitute, we talk about Samson that slept with a prostitute. I'm not talking about Delilah now. He went to Gaza and slept with a prostitute, and the people of the town surrounded the prostitute house. The Bible said that when it was dawn is 3 a.m. When Samson came out from the prostitute house, the Spirit of the Lord fell upon him, and he became so powerful that he tore the gates of the town, carried it in his shoulder, and climbed a mountain. Nobody touched him. So we are talking about grace here. So this virginity here, virginity there, I sleep with this, didn't sleep with this person slept with this. It's a total childish distraction. And to link Catholic priesthood to it is the most wicked act somebody can do. Can I tell you, Nwikuku, there is primary virginity and there is secondary virginity. Primary virginity means you have not slept with somebody at all. Secondary virginity, you slept with somebody, ask God for forgiveness, God wipe it clean. Google what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So ministry has nothing to do with virginity. Nwikuku, there are over 50,000 Catholic priests that are monks that are in monastery. When we have our home monastery, when they allow lay people to go there, someone like Monk Shinedu and Shade, they comes out once in a year from their room. They don't even associate with any person. Let him throw challenge to those kind of people now. So I don't want this thing to generate into a childish blanket accusation of the Catholic priesthood and other ministers, as if any person that looks at a woman lustfully or even use the words he's using have committed sex in his heart. It's in the Bible. So it's not until they get to room. So all this, I'm sleeping in a stone, I'm a virgin, and all this are not gospel of Christ. Preach the word in season and out of season. And why this thing has become an issue is that Catholic priests are involved. Remove Catholics from there. The God in heaven will bear me witness, Timothy Ofuegbu, that I called Ebuka when he was starting. I say, don't go into collision with the church. I am against you bringing priests to say mass at your ministry. When you do that, you are turning that place to either a parish, a chaplaincy, and you are also turning it to a pastoral parish. Church will not be happy. And I say, remove Catholic from your name. It is after the discussion when Monson Okodwa came in that they stopped even answering Zion Catholic Prayer Ministry. They used to put Catholic there. So if you wake up one day and say to us, you are not a Catholic, good. We are still believers. We are still brethren. But if you say you are a Catholic and the people you face are Catholic vocation, Catholic priesthood, it means you are urinating in a well that you are also drinking from. And you are stopping people from drinking the same water. Something is wrong, my brother.
So thank you so much. I think it was a good decision I made by bringing you up in this broadcast, because I'm so much pleased with your words. Anybody who doesn't like what you've been saying here, the person needs to check himself, because at least you like, how will I say it? Like, you are very, very diplomatic in your choice of words, but still, you've not answered the question I asked you.
What question? What I expect the Catholic priest to
what
do
do you
is
expect
to
the Catholic
ignore
priest
him.
to do when he asks them if you have not slept with a married woman?
Is to ignore him.
And what does
If you keep on,
what does it entail if they ignore?
Yeah, if you keep on throwing stone at any dog that is barking at you, you will not reach your destination. The Catholic priesthood is the most respected institution in the world after the army. I did my MBA, I did my master's degree at Lagos Business School. That's what they told us. It is so organized and so disciplined. So I wonder what they gain by, and what I'm hearing from some of their top members I call, is that it is because some priests are attacking them, writing nonsense about them. That's why they are also attacking them. Well, if my father is correcting me, I have told you that Cardinal Okoje is alive. He invited me 3 times to his office to offer me a fatherly advice. One day we will even snap it on my Facebook and sent to you the day I celebrated him. I'm saying this is my 36 years in lay ministry in the Catholic Church. We are still here. What if we had not listened to him? So I can't believe that somebody will now say that I'm a Catholic priest cannot talk to me. It can't happen anywhere. So yes, they might be harsh, they might be critical, they might be this. Take it. Let me say it again. Persecution is part of growth in the ministry. Jesus was persecuted, John was persecuted, Elijah was persecuted, Elisha was persecuted. Some of the apostles didn't die natural death, they were killed. Paul and Silas were put in prison. We use it to sing song. Has anybody imprisoned him? Has he been flogged there? So only if it's only verbal persecution and social media persecution, it means that they are striking him with a perfume handkerchief. Nobody is tearing him down. This is something he will look into. Had he had an external director of communication, it will not be him replying everybody. The ministry has grown that they need a very experienced, educated person that is into media and public relationship. That we, just as they have team of lawyers, then we have team of external communicators and HR that will replying people. It's not anything you read in the social media or you hear. You pick microphone on Wednesday and Friday and Sunday, leave the gospel and begin to attack the person. That of the Reverend Sister pained me so much because the Reverend Sister was not talking to him. The Reverend Sister said, I want to address my fellow Reverend Sisters that what you are wearing represent the church and Christ. And if you are joining others to dance in the rain with your habit, if you join others and behave as if you are not in vocation, then you don't know who you are. Only for the next week for our brother Ebuka to appear and say that she should shut up. If she talks again, she will review her life and the people she has been sleeping with. It is called bully tactics. It is never used in the ministry. You don't bully somebody. Thank God you, Nwebe, who say you know me. One of the things I'm known with in the social media, you dare not ask me to shut up or bully me. It is my prerogative as an adult to express my opinion, even if he's mad. Listen to me first. But when anybody try to, now the priest will write, some people will say, what are the priests doing in the social media? Go and read what Pope Francis say. They don't even read what the popes are saying. The Pope say that every priest and every person that is in vocation shall be on the social media and use it as a tool of evangelization. I'm talking about Pope Francis. And they begin to do it. He said, what are they doing? Do they have parish that is their mother that called them, that God did not call them? Then it's you that God called. So I can't understand what we are struggling for. Let us imbibe this discipline of allowing others to talk to us. I have grown and I'm still growing as a baby in the ministry based on my intentionality, ability to sit down. Father Ejike Mbaka, I've been to his house several times, sit down with him to say, Father, this is what I'm reading, this is what I hear. He said, Timothy, it's not true. What do we do? Name the priest. So talk less of priest. Can't you see Father Ijele once was saying that he knew me in person, that in the country where he was, I was in crusade there twice last year. Did I blow it in the Facebook? No, did anybody even know that I get there? By the way, Father didn't know that I used transport, paid my own money, sat 36 hours from Nigeria to go there because the people that invited me didn't even have money for my flight ticket. I said, let it be a sacrifice that I go by road. So these are the issues. So enough of abusing our priests and our reverend sisters, whether from Brother Ebuka, his twin, or all this we see Father in our Almaco door, and all this, honestly, so childish and so irritating that an Igbo, a Catholic, will say that that father they are alluding to will actually come to opposite INT to personally hand over. What is he doing there? Anytime he step out there, there will be stampede all over Enugu. We know it. And you say he's working casually. You saw his back. You saw his head. This is what is demeaning the ministry. So there is something Ijele said, I want to end with. He said, nobody want to pull them down, that it seems they're the one trying to use their own hand to pull themselves down. And this is something that we consign every Zionite. By the way, I'm a Zionite. The day I preached at the Elasamasha Crusade in 2016, I wore their cloth. They brought the cloth 5 years to my house. And Ebuka asked jokingly, he came by himself. I said, Bro Timothy, can you wear our uniform? I said, me? Hey, I go, so wear them. Now we be the original Zion now. When we had the something at Adodo, how many we are there in that time? But we are there. We are seeing how to help our brothers to grow. So enough of all these breakouts. I'm happy that Father Ijele Monso have said what he said. Father Ijele, I will call you on phone tomorrow evening after my crusade. Just you have made your point, just as you say, even if on Monday they say they will organize your funeral, now that you have twin daughters somewhere, in my zone, we will clap. We know the truth. Father, ministry of lay people in Nigeria is open. We, the lay people who has been there, we know ourselves very, very well. No faking, we know. So we know who you are, Father. And I say once again, I love Brother Ebuka with my whole heart for what God is using him to do. As a child in the ministry, he will grow. And one of my greatest prayer for him is for him to marry this year. Once Brother Ebuka marries, everything will change. Everything will change. Let me see how he will leave his wife to go and sleep on a stone and come and be talking sexuality without the wife making trouble at home. So most of these things is lack of, at times also family. Because a woman that is a spiritual woman, we have a percentage of control over the husband. Other women will say, oh, call your husband in order. And Ebuka, I know, is not stubborn. He's not stubborn. Only that he seems he now have an anger issue with a mentality that everybody is against him. We are not against him. We are not against him.
Bro, there's Evangelist Kobe video I watched. I think I saw it today. I had to save the link because I know I will need it someday. I just have to save the link. Where he was saying that it is only those who commend him that he can listen to their advice. He made that comment. You get, and I know very well that there are so many priests that have been commending him who are now fighting against him, especially the priest that is here in the script. But let me not go that side.
Where the video you are talking about, he mentioned the priest by name. He mentioned Father Ebuka
That is the one
by name.
But all of us know that Father Ebuka is not the only one.
Or maybe Father Okunele that came from Nsukka to Ogopala.
He mentioned
but
only,
let me say
something.
Let me say something to you, Mwikuku. There is a universal priesthood of Catholic priesthood. A priest here is the same priest in Rome. That's why there is central liturgy. The reading of tomorrow is the same thing all over the world. The mass, the same word will be said all over the world. The homily, the same application all over the world. I know people got sentimental over this. Okay, maybe Father Ebem also called him John the Baptist of our time, but the Jelem also called him Elijah. I listened to the talk. So this one called you.
The other priest that writes long notes. I have his video. I have his video.
You cannot be saying that it's only people who support you. There are thousands of others you don't know. Today, like I told you, I'm beginning a crusade, Lenten crusade at St. Francis in Abuja tomorrow, Galadimawa. When I went to the priest today, I was surprised he has known me since he was in seminary school. So he began to tell me so many things about me and my book. I was not looking at it. And this is my first time in my life of seeing him. We talked for almost 3 hours. He gave me advices, asked for my own, I gave him. That is how it should be. Respect is reciprocal. You can't just be saying because a person has not come to social media to praise you and to talk about you, you will not listen. So which means if the his lordship, Archbishop Ugoji, that is the president of Catholic Bishop Conference in Nigeria, call him now, he will say, oh, because he has not said anything good to me, I will not listen to him. Life is not like that. Ministry is not like that. So I think our brother has reached a elastic point where there is transferred aggression, where he felt that every priest and every lay person in Catholic Church is against him. And I think it's a wrong notion. And I, as a lay person that the church has commissioned as an evangelizer, is happy to see what God is using a Catholic to do. And we put him in prayer. We try to advise. Last year, he was with somebody that came there to minister, and the person delivered exact word of advice I gave him. Called me by 3 a.m. and said, I just finished with him. He said he knows you. He had all you say. That is what. So when you say somebody is jealous of you, for what? Envy of you, for what? For what? It doesn't make sense to me at all. That's what I'm saying. So he must listen to his priests, listen to elders, listen to co-laborers in the vineyard, and he and the members should stop thinking that everybody is against them. The first thing the apostles of Jesus said, Lord, is it I? Is self-reflection. They didn't point out at Judas and said, you are the one to betray Jesus or lead us into trouble. They say, is it I? Peter, who turned out to be the head, was the first to say, is it I? So most of the time we go into self-reflection and said, what if what these people are saying, there is an element of truth in it? Can't I have a rethink? It makes you human. But if you think you are right all the time and everybody is wrong, everybody is against you, it's only priests that support you, you listen and take advice to, it is not how to run a ministry. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. Sir Ofuegbu, thank you so much. To our listeners,
thank you, Mwikuku, for this opportunity.
I don't go yet. For our listeners, those who joined late, we asked Father, have he tried to reach out to Evangelist Ebuka in a private session to lay his concern about some of his modus operandi, and Evangelist refused to obey before he now started coming out to pour out his concern on the social space. And the father said that he reached out to a number they gave him as Evangelist Ebuka number and that of his twin brother, but none of them responded to him. That he've reached out to them several times, but they did not respond to him. That's why he has to use, as a person who is in a social media space, he has to use his platform to start delivering the message to them. So we've asked a couple of questions that you yourself might want to ask. Maybe you didn't start this program with us, and Father tried his best to mention things that are really causing all the whole agitation, why he's angry or something like that. Because Father, you see here, has been a very big vocal supporter of Evangelist Ebuka. Countless occasions, the evidence is out there, which you can see, you can get on the social media space if you don't know him from the day one. And that's what raised our concern. What's happened? What is the difference between the time he was supporting Evangelist Ebuka and now that he no longer supports? What has gone wrong? What did he discover? All these things, we have attended to these questions, and we've spent more than the time we expected to spend in this program. You get? Now, Father, in conclusion, what do you have to say?
Okay, I want to thank our brother and our senior colleague, Brother Timothy Ofuegbu. For those who don't know him, he's a senior member of the Kali Charismatic Renewal, the lay evangelizer, a commissioned one for that matter, a writer, a seasoned preacher that we know. So,
sorry, this girl answering at that Ebuka, if I see your comments here, I'll block you. Don't repeat that thing you used to write here again. Don't insult this Reverend Father. He's not your age mate. If you write that nonsense here, I'll block you.
Don't mind. So, I want to thank, the reason why I know that the hand of God is in this thing is the emergence of Brother Timothy Ofuegbu on this platform. We had, the whole Nigeria is here listening. Don't mind the 600 and something. The whole thing, because everybody is interested. And the challenge has been thrown out there. I'm not the one to pursue it. They have right to choose or not to choose. But my own is to sit back while I watch them run about. Because I've been the one dragging us, and this time around we have thrown the challenge. Whether they respond or not, they'll be the one to be running about. But we wish them well. We will not make further troubles. But my joy is that our youth have been, once again, mentored aright. And the witnessing of our brother Timothy Ofuegbu is not by chance. It's our blessed Mother Mary that organized his interest, because I quite know you don't know him. It's God that moved your heart to bring him in. So it's a lady who is interested in this mission, and I keep being more, when you are in a battle and lines are falling in pleasant places, you are happy. So for him to come and talk to our people, the dignity of the Kali priest that was soil that is redeemed, let them know that we are not dealing with any married woman or going about living our heart. Some of us are suffering in villages where there's no light, no roads. So our children who are overseas and in diaspora should not be, mentored to believe that we are useless. This Catholic work, we gave our lives for it. So if anybody challenges us, we have come out to prove so. The advantage is with us. So if they say that we have, that I have a 6-year-old in America, let them bring it out. And if they don't bring it out, and God will punish them, and it's their shame. So that is just to confirm the truth about the mercy of God that has given us this grace to remain what we are called to be. So that's by the way. The rest of the challenge have been debunked. We came out, and by God's grace, it's done. So we wait on them. If by Monday, I didn't hear anything negative, I didn't see them coming to take the challenge, I will just continue with my work, do my thing. At least it will go on record that their insult was replied with the exact thing that is needed, because it is good for the priest to ignore. But if God empowers any of us the person has, delivered the assignment that God gave to him to debunk the lie, that has, held our people in captivity. So I just want to thank you for. Would I be thanking you for summoning me or calling me? Well, I accepted the invite because I know you are mature, and I thank God for how it has
I
gone. So we thank.
I have a brother here who was an ex-seminarian. You know, when he learned that I actually invited you to join my life, he told me that I'm crazy. Do I know that Reverend Father? I said, what do you mean? He said, do you know that Reverend Father you're talking about? I was trying to know who is the Reverend Father. The way he placed you, I know that it is a very big pleasure to even have you here. Do you understand? So I don't take this for granted. I sent you a message. I have a small platform. You didn't even look at my platform. You actually accepted to come. It is a great pleasure for me. I won't take it for granted, and I so much appreciate your time. I so much appreciate everybody who has been here for a couple of minutes or hours we've spent here. You've been here listening, dropping your opinion, whether you're insulting or you're not insulting. I thank all of you for being in this platform. Father, thank you so much. Brother Ofuegbu, thank you so much. I became a very good fan of you when there was one of your videos that blew the internet first. Especially, I posted that video. It was about 2K shared, where you are talking about, what did you say in this video? It was about something our forefathers. There's something you said there, but that your video went so viral. At least on my own page, it was about 2K shared. It went.
I know when you posted it. It's the one I was talking about. Those who were saying that our forefathers did the whole world. So I was questioning their
Yes.
own limitations too, and why we should not go back to our roots.
Yeah. When after listening to that video, I knew that this is an intelligent man and is a kind of man that you can actually follow and you'll be able to learn a lot. So whenever I come across your videos, even if I'm in a rush, I pay very good attention to listen to your video because I see you as a man who is just an embodiment of wisdom, and I'm so much grateful to have you. When I clicked here, I saw your name. I said, wow. I said I must bring you into this program, and I'm happy that you came. Most of the comments I'm reading here, everybody's commenting in what you said. At least you didn't insult anybody, and you try to mediate peace in what is happening here. I so much appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Okay, wait, let me say this thing free of charge. Father Nwebe Joy is the Lemon you are seeing. He's a very jolly good fellow, very jovial, dance, joke, laugh. So when I saw him in militant mood all this while, I was among those that was shell-shocked. I know that this thing must have touched its nerves.
Yes.
Just as you say that the thing woke him up and jack him up. There's a way you will say something, and all this blanket casting now. Imagine, I live in the north. I will end this with a joke. Somebody is owing me. I went to him to collect the money, and the person is from another tribe. He said, "Ha, Igbo people are money. Igbo people are money." We laughed and left. I came the next week. He asked me, he said, "Igbo people are money. Igbo people are money." So the thing touched my nerve. I said, "Okay, pay me now and pretend that I'm not Igbo. Just pay me as a Nigerian. Pay me as a fellow Christian." So imagine how you feel when someone like me from Anambra State, you use Akwa Okuk and Okite to describe all the hardworking people from Anambra. You feel embarrassed. That is what happened to Father.
Yes.
Like I said, there are about 50,000 Catholic priests that are monks that don't come out only once a year, and they are in different cells. So how do you challenge those kind of priests with sexuality? You that say openly that women come to your addition and be showing you whatever. So let's not stretch this. I stand by what I said. Catholic priests deserve the highest respect. They are not angels, they are human beings. We will respect them as an institution, as our leaders, and we never cause them or bring them to disrepute or make them to look stupid before the whole world. In the same way, they, the priests, will also respect us as the lay people.
Yes.
Without the lay people, there won't be church. Out of the 1.4 billion Catholics, Catholic priesthood is only 550,000. So the rest are lay people. So we are your children. Handle us the way you will handle your own junior, younger brother or your biological son. Just be patient, use love, use patience, and everything will be okay. So many people that make mistakes, if you correct them in love and show them true that you care for them, they will listen to you more. But when you bring hammer, one day hammer, and bring a stick to use it to kill a mosquito. No normal human being will use a Monday hammer to kill a cockroach. People will say that this is overkill. Our brother Ebuka is a young man, unmarried, who God gave a ministry that is now bigger than him. He needs help. We'll be praying for him. That's why I end by saying he needs a spiritual director that is a Catholic priest and need elder hands that will be advising him. And finally, let him not be the one replying every attack. Let him get a communication director as he has a legal team that will be talking on behalf of the ministry in a more reasonable, polite, and matured way. Everything will be okay. God bless everyone.
God bless
Okay, thank
you.
you. I have to go now. I'm coming back from a crusade.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to rest.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
tomorrow is Sunday. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you once again to our viewers. I so much
Thank you.
appreciate your
Bye-bye.
time and your everything. So thank you, Daddy Ofuegbu. Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you,
everybody.
Willie.